Alright, welcome back. We're doing lesson 6A, reusable classes. So back in lesson 1 to 5, we created a class with a main method. So let's go to our first program we made. If I can find it. I can't find it. Okay. Gotta be here. Okay, so if we have a main method, it compiles and runs. Right? Without a main method, it compiles successfully or does not run. Because we need the main method. Every single Java file needs a main method to run. It still compile but does not run. So why do we have classes that do not have a main method? Now Java is an object-oriented language. So objects are more powerful than primitive variables, such as such as these: age, amount per week, number of weeks. Now, to make a class, there are steps. Step 1 is the class name, right here. Step 2 is the attributes for the object we'll create. So circle has two attributes, radius and pi. Now, as you notice, the attributes are private. Now, they're private because we don't want anyone to access these attributes outside the class. So they cannot be accessed outside the class. So it's a security measure, I guess. And also, pi is final. It's a final attribute because pi does not change. It's always 3.14, 159. Does not change. It's static. Okay, so after we have the attributes, we write the methods for the object. So we set first we have constructor to we'll talk about constructor in the next lesson. We have set the radius right here. We get the radius. Now remember about void methods do not have a return statement. This method is not void. Now remember, the main method is void, so you can't return anything. You can't return value. When we get radius, we return the radius. So we return the value of the radius. And then when we get the pi, which is spelled Pi, not P-I-E, we return the value of pi, and then, hold on a second, I can't spell from my length. Okay, so when we get area, we return area times radius times pi. That's the value we want. This formula right here. And then we get diameter, return the formula for diameter, and then circumference, same thing. And we'll talk about toString in lesson, I don't know, 15 or 16, whatever. We're not going to do circle class anyways for lesson 6B. We're going to do ice cream class. So let's open that up real quick. A little preview. Here we go. So we have our attributes, our class name, our constructor. We set the size of the ice cream cone. We get the size. We set the flavor. We get the flavor. And it's not necessary, but we actually have a method to display the ice cream. We did it inside of the class because it was easier that way instead of doing the application itself. And we also have a method to get the cost. Okay. So let's go back to the tutorial. Now read all this. It tells the difference between a class and a .class file. I went over this before, but in case you missed it, here it is. Now remember, read tutorials before watching the video, so I'm not going to go over everything in here. I'm not going to go over this, it's very simple. Now, to recap, we'll be making a reusable class to make an ice cream application. So, if you want to make an ice cream application, right? And down the road decide to make another iStream application, you can use this class to make it again. So it saves a lot of time to have reusable classes. A lot of companies have reusable classes. Actually, every single software company has reusable classes. So they basically save a lot of time. That's why we have them. And they're more powerful than regular applications that don't use classes. That's about it for lesson 6A. I'll see you soon in lesson 6B. Have a good day.